Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be discussing the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hollywood. Okay, now I recently had a chance to go into this new land over at Universal Studios, and quite honestly I was very impressed. Overall, when you walk in the land, it completely immerses you in that environment. It's beautifully done, by far the best that Universal in Hollywood has ever done. By far, hands down, the best they've ever done. You walk in, the land is beautiful. There's a few sightline issues when you go in there. You can see some of the buildings in the general area looming over. I felt that they could have done more with that, try to prevent those sightlines. But overall, it's very well done, and it doesn't really bother you too much when you're actually there. It looks a lot worse in pictures, those sightline problems, but when you're actually there, you sort of forget about that. It doesn't really have as much of an impact. So that was one thing I've noticed from the pictures and from the actually experiencing it. Some of these sightline issues aren't that much of an issue when you're there. Now, the Forbidden Journey is the signature attraction for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I loved it. Bottom line, overall, I loved it. Okay, I had a couple of complaints. I'm going to go over those with you right now. But overall, I really enjoy the attraction. You go in, you kind of like meander through the castle. The queue area is top notch, so beautifully done. Everything is great. They got the pictures on the wall, with the moving figures and whatnot, just like in the movie. Everything is so beautifully done and so it's crafted with so much detail. You get in, basically the ride vehicles are on this arm. Okay, so just imagine this. You're sitting in a bench, basically right here, and it's on an arm. And you travel through these scenes on this arm, and you kind of do this. For me personally, okay, now this might not be the case with everyone, but for me personally, I had two issues with the ride vehicle. Okay, issue number one is actually not Universal's fault. Okay, I'm claustrophobic, so they put you in these benches, and they're basically benches, but they have like walls on each side with over-the-shoulder restraints. Okay. So for someone who's claustrophobic, being that far back in the seat like that with the walls and the over-the-shoulder restraint, I was a little distracted during the ride because I got a little anxious. My claustrophobia kicked in. It was a little much for me. I still enjoy the ride, but the ride vehicles for my taste were a little claustrophobic. So that would be my biggest complaint. My second complaint was I feel that they have this really cool ride system where it's on this like Kuka arm and it travels through all the scenes. And but I felt like instead of crafting the story and then using the technology to kind of complement the story, they kind of went in reverse. I feel like a lot of the parts of this ride were more like, we have this cool technology with this ride vehicle, let's somehow shoehorn it into the story so we can show it off. There's a lot of parts in this attraction where you're kind of like jerking and on your back, and it seems a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it seems very unnecessary, and it just seems like it's kind of like the ride vehicle. They just want to show you everything it can do. Those were my only two complaints, and one of them wasn't even Universal's fault. It's my own. I'm claustrophobic. What can you do? The other one, I felt they could have focused on the story more instead of trying to show off the ride vehicle technology. But overall, they're minor gripes. I really enjoyed Forbidden Journey. I thought it was very well done. If I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8. So it's way up there. The overall land, very well done. Again, a huge improvement from anything that Universal has ever done in California. Overall, I think it's a great experience. If you have anyone who loves Harry Potter in your family, or a spouse, a loved one, or you yourself, or you're really into the movies, you're really into the books, you have to go check out this area. I mean, it's a must see for anyone who's a fan of the franchise. And I'm not even a fan of the franchise, and I really had a good time there. So I think that really anyone can really enjoy this area, but especially people that like Harry Potter, that you know, the fans of Harry Potter. You're really going to appreciate this area. So overall, I thought it was a beautifully immersive area. I felt the Forbidden Journey attraction was very well done. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go on the roller coaster they have there. I had someone in my group that was scared of roller coasters, so we actually didn't go on that one. So I'm going to try to get on that one the next time we go. But overall, it was a great experience. Again, I give Forbidden Journey like an 8 out of 10. That was a wonderful attraction. I think it's a huge step up for Universal, and hopefully they continue to do more of these types of environments at that park, which I think they really need to start doing to compete with Disney. So overall, those are my thoughts on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hollywood. Post your thoughts below, like, subscribe. I post videos regularly, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.